Okay, hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a video talking all about my lazy eye and cross eye and stuff like that because a lot of people recently have been asking me a ton of questions and I feel like why not just make a video instead of explaining myself over and over again. So this is going to be a video all about my eyes. Okay, so first comes cross-eyed. Okay, so I was cross-eyed first. Since I was a baby, I was cross-eyed. I had cross-eye, and I never really noticed. Like, you could see when you look at my baby pictures and stuff like that, you could see that I was cross-eyed. But because I didn't know what it was, my family didn't know what it was, no one knew what it was, they just thought it was normal for me. And, so, like, it was whatever. Then, when I went to school in kindergarten, it wasn't really that noticeable. Like, it wasn't like a big notice. You could see it, but it wasn't like, oh, bam, you have cross-eyed. You know what I mean? It was like, slow, like you could slightly see it. So, whatever. And then someone in kindergarten, like, kind of, like, picked up on it, and they're like, oh my god, are you cross-eyed? And I was like, what? What is that? Like, what are you talking about? And like, your eyes, are they cross? I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry, but bye. I don't know what you're talking about. And then I went home and I just kind of ignored that kind of stuff. And then grade school came and people really noticed. It was so noticeable. And I never noticed it still because I don't like stare at myself in the mirror and like look all different opposite directions. So I didn't really notice it. But other people did, and they couldn't like just keep it to themselves. They had to express it to me some way, some shape, some form that they wanted to know. So like people would just like straight up ask me, what's wrong with your eyes? Or do you have a lazy eye? Or are you cross-eyed? Or like what's wrong with your eyes? Your eyes are weird. And I did get made fun of for my eyes in grade school. I did. Because, I mean, obviously, what do you think? Like, obviously, it's weird to people to see that. So, I got made fun of for that. And it was, like, so hard because I had to explain something that I didn't even know I had. So, I had to, like, I was like, what are you talking about? And then they were just kind of like, yikes. And then I went to a eye doctor and I had surgery for the first time. And it was so scary. And, all I can remember from that surgery when I was like 4 or 6 years old was going to this white room with people wearing white, me sitting on my grandma's lap and getting a needle in my arm and dozing off. That's the last thing I remember from getting that surgery when I was 6 years old, and it's so scary. But I woke up, I was in this like room, whatever, and I had all my family around me, and I got through it. And then he was like, hey, Talia, you and this patch, just pretend there's a patch in my hand, like an eye patch in my hand. You guys are best friends now. You have to wear this all the time. So I wore it on my eye. Oh, wait, let me just clear this up. This is my bad eye. My left eye is my bad eye. My right eye is my good eye. This is my good eye. This is my bad eye. She was like, yeah, you have to wear this patch over your good eye at all times. So then this one can strengthen and get better so then you can have perfect vision. And I did it for the first couple of weeks. The first time I went into school or went to class with that patch over my eye, everyone laughed at me. Everyone. And it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I walked into class and everyone laughed and pointed at it and started asking, what is that? Oh my god. What's wrong with your eye? It was so embarrassing. And then after that, it was kind of just like, I just took it off and never wore it again. Because I was so embarrassed and I didn't want to get made fun of. So then I had to get another surgery when I was 8. And then I got another surgery when I was 10. So when I was 8, I got a surgery. he did the same thing, wear the patch. I wore the patch a couple months this time, then took it off because I started getting made fun of again. Then when I was 10 years old, I wore the patch, and I wore a patch for like a little bit, and then I was like, no, I'm not wearing this patch anymore. Getting teased again, so why would I want to do this? So I just kind of kept taking off the patch, and then yeah, so then I was just kind of just, he was like, hey, you're stuck with the lazy eye, there's nothing I can do about it anymore or whatever. So I was kind of stuck with lazy eye. He even said from the beginning that it's going to be a hard thing to fix, and it's not, it's like there's like a 10% chance out of 100. Not even, it's like a 5% chance that your cross-eyed's going to get fixed, pretty much, is what he was trying to say. Out of 5% out of 100. And yeah, I got made fun of. I got called cross-eyed freak. I got called like so many names. I got called so many things, and it obviously really hurt my feelings because I had to just go every single day, and he would just make fun of me. And honestly, now I don't really like before this person even asked that question on Ask FM, I've never really had to explain this since grade 7. Because grade 7, that's when I went to junior high for the first time, and everyone obviously could see my eyes, and they were like kind of like, oh, what's wrong with your eyes? But like, I kind of just told them I have a lazy eye, and that was it. But there's so much more to the story that you didn't know, so I felt like this video was kind of helpful. But it still hurts, and I still get questions every day about my eyes and stuff, and it really hurts because people don't say them in the nicest way possible. They're like, oh, what's wrong with your eyes? Do you have a lazy eye? Are you cross-eyed? And it's just one of my biggest insecurities, probably always will be, because it honestly, when it all sinks in and you realize that that it's not fixable, there's no cure for it, it hurts because it's kind of like there's no cure for it. Like I can't like, you would make fun of me. It's not like I could just take my eyeball out of my eyes and just say I want new eyes. Like I can't just do that. And it's so hard because like I don't want to get judged for it, and I don't want to be like made fun of for my eyes. And obviously it's like really hard, and it's like really hard to talk to people when I know I have cross-eyed. Like sometimes I even forget, and then when people ask me what's wrong with your eyes, it's kind of like, oh yeah, I have lazy eye. And it's just so hard to function with because like I don't there's a lot of like I don't think that's a big deal, and I don't think it's a big problem, but other people who aren't really accepting, I guess, they are kind of just like confused and stuff like that. But I understand when people ask what's wrong with your eye. I understand where they're coming from because you've never seen it probably before, or you've never really like have seen someone like that. You're kind of obviously like, what's wrong with your eyes? But obviously there's no like proper way to ask what's wrong with your eye. But I hate getting that question because it just is so annoying. And like the people I go to school with now, they've never really made a big deal out of it. Like since grade 7, I've had to tell them, and it wasn't like they weren't embarrassed or anything like that to be seen with me, I guess. But it was kind of weird. But they weren't like embarrassed to be seen with me or anything like that, and everything was fine. When I told them like I have a lazy eye, it just like they kind of just accepted it, and moved on. And I'm so thankful for that. That people have kind of just like seen the fact that I have a lazy eye and moved on. Like those people are honestly the best people. Friends that I have now that look past it because I've been friends with them for a while. I'm so happy they've kind of just like looked at the fact that I have a lazy eye and moved on. That's it. But I know people have had questions for a very long time, so I decided to answer them. But yeah, the people I'm friends with now, they like don't make fun of me or anything like that. Or the people I'm around now don't make fun of me, and Sorry. And then I'm kind of just really happy about that. But when it all sinks in, and I kind of just, sometimes I just do this sometimes, and I just think, I look in the mirror, and I just think, since there's no cure for this, how, like, sometimes I even think, like, maybe this is the reason why guys don't like me, or maybe this is the reason why certain people don't talk to me. But it's so hard to just accept the fact that I have a lazy eye, and it's so hard to just like not worry about it, because when I'm talking to people I care about, or like people that care about me, I don't worry about my lazy eye. I will talk to you, make eye contact with you, like whatever. But when I talk to people that I don't really know, or I'm meeting someone new, I will not look at them, because, or I will just look at their face and look nowhere else and just move my head. I won't move my eyes. I will just move my whole head, so then they don't like ask that question, and I kind of just try and avoid it. But it's so embarrassing to answer, and it's so embarrassing to be like asked about it. I don't know. So yeah, and I'm kind of just stuck with a lazy eye for the rest of my life. So you're better off just accepting it, because there's nothing doctors can do, nothing exercises can freaking do, there's nothing anyone can do to make my lazy eye go away. And I tried so many exercises. Like this one time I was in Walmart and this guy came up to me, this random ass guy, and he came up to me and my grandma, and he was like, "Oh, she has a lazy eye?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "I could tell." And then, well, that's my like impression of an accent of some sort. But he was like, "Okay, okay, try this exercise. Okay, take your hand, put it over your good eye, and then move this eye this way, this way, this way, this way, for 3 minutes." And I was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "Here's my card. I'm an eye doctor. Blah blah blah." So when I was in Walmart, I tried that stupid exercise over and over and over, and I've been trying it every single day for 3 minutes, just like you said, and no improvement. I've even like searched up eye exercises for lazy eye, all these things, and nothing works. But I was like doing some research the other day, and I found a game that might be able to cure lazy eye. And this game just has to be approved, and then it's out. But I pray to God that it comes out so that I could just use it and get rid of my lazy eye. Because you don't understand how much of an insecurity it is for me. It's one of my biggest insecurities, and it just hurts so much. Like I don't want to like start crying or anything, but it hurts so much when like people would just like not talk to me or try to avoid me because I have lazy eye. And yeah. So I hope whoever's watching this, if you know me or you don't, accept. If you hopefully you accept the fact that I have lazy eye, and you that I can really do about it. But it's not my fault. I didn't ask for it. Everything happens for a reason. And sorry this video was really long. I just felt like I had to kind of explain myself and kind of like get it out there, even though I didn't explain everything really well because I just don't know how to. So if you guys know me already, thank you so much for just kind of accepting the fact that I have a lazy eye and just moving on from it. Thank you so much. It boosts my confidence so much when you don't point it out or when you don't say anything about it. It makes me feel so much better. And if you guys have any other questions about my lazy eye or whatever, I have an Ask FM. You guys can ask me questions about all about it. My Ask FM is Ask FM backslash or slash whatever Talia Clacken. And you guys can ask me any questions you would like. Sorry again, this video is really long, but I just want to say a big thank you to everyone out there who kind of just accepted the fact that I have a lazy eye, and if you don't want to accept it, then don't, because there's nothing I can do to change it. And I hope that you guys are, I guess, better educated about my eyes now, and I hope that you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and comment down below any questions you have, or go to my Ask FM, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.